This past month was one of the most exciting months of my life for a few different reasons. I was able to see my team win the NBA Finals live, if you remember that. We had a ton of awesome collectibles come in. Hopefully, it was a little exciting for you. I finally put out a room tour or a collection tour after 18 months. If you caught that tour, you know that so much of this has changed. Well, it's the beginning of July 2023, so we're going to talk about more changes that are even after I use the restroom. Hang on. As the Xtreme channel is pushing towards 50,000 subscribers, these are just a few of the statues we are giving away on the journey there. If you want to know how to win one, stay tuned for later in the video. Hey, thanks for tuning into the Xtreme channel. My name is Mr. X. We're about extreme collectibles, extreme travel, extreme lifestyle. And this is a monthly segment at the beginning of every single month that we've been doing for almost 4 years, looking at what happened in the previous month very briefly, but more importantly, all the cool stuff in the upcoming months so you know what to stay tuned in for. So June 2023, like I said, super exciting. Not only because I got to see the NBA Finals live and the Denver Nuggets win the 2023 championship, but believe it or not, I was home for 2 out of 4 weeks in the month, which never happens to me. That's not going to be the case in July. We're going to talk about that. But before we do, I want to highlight some of the cool stuff in June. So usually I like to talk about what I bought, what I wanted to buy but I didn't, and then my favorite items that came in. Now, if you watched the video last month, you know I had to film that like 3 or 4 weeks in advance. I had to guess on some things, so I'm going to highlight a little bit about some of the May stuff, starting off with my favorite collectibles that arrived. And since I had like 20 amazing ones in the last 2 months, I've narrowed it down to the top 4, starting with Prime One Studios' Red Death. Other than Batman Who Laughs, this is definitely my favorite in the line. Such a cool piece. And again, if you saw the room tour, you know where he's displayed with the others. Number 3 was the Prime One Studios Predator. You know, I got a lot of context on this video where I really don't like the size of this, how stupidly difficult it is to display. Although it is a great statue, and if you watch the whole video, you see that I actually state that. 2 was the Justice Buster. So I know it seems like a while since I reviewed this, but yeah, this was a really cool piece. I do like XM Studios Hulkbuster better. I was kind of debating during the video. After owning it for a month or so, I concluded that. But my favorite piece, without a doubt, was one of my most anticipated pieces. Make sure to go check out this video. This giant custom Hulk. Absolutely amazing. Professionally painted. My #1 collectible for sure. And will definitely be in the running for top collectible of the year when we do those countdowns later this year. So I was pretty good in June. I only bought 2 high-end statues as far as collectibles, although I did book a lot of travel and bought a lot of slabs, but that doesn't count because it's only statues that are bad. But first, you'll see this coming to the table very soon. It's in transit right now. It's a Venomized Ghost Rider. You know I absolutely love Venomized pieces. There is comic basis for this, so we'll definitely get a review. The statue is painted. Will look very cool. The other one you've already seen. I bought it on a whim, the Prime One Studios Peacemaker. So I bought this, as you probably saw in the review, because it was such a low edition size, and it ended up turning out fantastic. However, there were a lot more that I wanted to buy. Thankfully, I was adult enough to practice #restraint, which means, you know what? I have the means and the ability to buy this, but I'm going to be a little bit smarter about it. First one is the Queen Studios Megatron on Throne. Now, for the record, I did like the original render better. I think they definitely de-proved it. Or unimproved it, but maybe it was the licensor issue. Hasbro, maybe they didn't like the original way. But I love Throne statues and I like Transformer statues, even though I don't own it anymore. But ultimately, I passed on this. I also passed on the new Berserk piece from Prime One Studio. I may pick this one up just because it's such a stupid low price for a quarter scale Berserk. But I really like this guy. I wish I had some switch outs and I would have bought multiple ones. I think that would have been cool. J&D's Christopher Reeve Superman. Was tempted to get this because I thought the Clark Kent was absolutely fantastic. However, they butchered the Reeves face. Butchered is probably the wrong word, but it looks like the Christopher Reeve from Superman 3, where he's actually pissed. And I have confidence J&D will fix the likeness. They usually do before the final product. However, the one I wanted the most, and I practiced #restraint, was ECC, Elite Creatures Collectibles, ET. This was absolutely amazing. I just don't think it justifies a price tag of $4,500 plus shipping. ET holds a special place in my heart, and I think this is the perfect rendition of that creature. But I ultimately decided to pass for now, because that's what true retirement looks like. If you're wondering what I'm talking about, I started slowly retiring from collectibles about 22 months ago now. It's actually in this video right here. And it's a long, painstaking process when you have a larger collection. But with that being said, July is going to be a really exciting month for so many different reasons. A lot of cool collectibles coming in. I'm going to be traveling a lot of it's work related, taking the family on another cruise. If you recall, we went on a cruise about 3 months ago or so. You can check out the video right here. And I'm going to document for those of you that like that. But for those of you that just want to know about the collectibles, let's talk about that. There's a bunch scheduled to arrive. Scheduled doesn't mean they will, but scheduled means they should. And as a reminder, every single one we do a detailed review right here on this table. So if you want more information on these and you want to see them in closer detail, wait for those videos, but make sure you've subbed to the channel and you've hit that bell notification. A few of these you'll also see that I've talked about many months before, but they kept getting delayed. This first one is an oldie one, but this I've actually had in kit form with a painter for 3 or 4 years just because both him and I haven't prioritized it. This weird creature, it's a hunter, it's from the concept of the sculptor's mind. I'll tell you more about it when I get it in. Super famous sculptor. Finally going to get painted. Really excited about that. Hopefully it gets done in July. I've also been waiting for the Prime One Studios life-size Hand of God from Berserk. Man, this is just taking forever to come. I don't think it's been this long since I've waited for a hand. Well, no, wait, I waited for a hand. Oh, no, it was like 13. So that was 13 years. Never mind. Hopefully it comes in. We will find out. XM Studios did finally confirm their Super Scroll is shipping, so that'll be cool. And again, as a reminder, I have a custom one. I'm going to pair them up against each other. So do an individual video on this, do a video on that, and then see which one is better, and probably sell off the other one. Again, all my statues that I sell through this channel. It's a video at the end of the month. Another important reason to make sure you're subscribed and you hit that bell notification. XM Maestro also is supposed to be done now. They pushed it to Q3. It's now Q3. Q3 started yesterday. Starts on July 1st. This is going to be my biggest quarter scale statue I believe I've ever had. I know it's going to be the heaviest. Some of the stuff says it weighs 300 pounds. I don't know. We'll find out. Hopefully it fits in the case. You saw in the room tour where it's supposed to go. This is going to be such an epic statue. I want to know what the edition size is. I'm really curious about that. You recall this Dio quarter scale of Mary Jane and Gwen, actually based off of a cover. I have 2 covers, one where they're rockers, the other where they're actually symbioted or venomized, carnageized. So I think this will be really cool. It was supposed to start shipping last month, didn't, so I assume it will this month. Same thing with this custom Venom. Was supposed to start shipping last month. It didn't, so I assume it's going to ship this month. Looks like it is going to be express shipping for sure, so it should get here. It's professionally painted, 1 of 20. I think that's pretty cool. And I just redid some of the Venom collection after the room tour, so I moved stuff around because that's a hint at some stuff that may sell next month. Told this Batman on Throne is nearing completion, so we will see. This was actually a project that a scammer did, a piece of shit scammer named Adam, and then someone else picked it up, which is fantastic. I think 2 or 3 of his projects other people picked up after a while who were reputable commissioners, so that's awesome. We'll see if this actually comes in, although this one I'm a little more iffy on. Sideshow's Evil Queen. You know, it's funny, they did a video where J. Scott Campbell, the guy who designed these, actually showed that he added a light-up feature, but it's still scheduled to ship in June or July. Well, it's July, so hopefully it comes. That'll be a joint video with Mrs. X if you guys have missed her. Brighton Road Studios, The Drown. So this will be my final Dark Knight metal piece of what's currently out there. This means I'll have them all. I do have the new Devastator on order, but that's much later in the year. Also from Prime One Studio in the 1/3 scale DC, I have their Punchline and Joker scheduled to arrive. I know a few other collectors already started getting them a few months ago. This is going to look awesome, and I think you saw in the room tour where these are going to go. Very excited about these pieces, actually. Prime One Studios, Henry Cavill, Black Superman, also set to arrive. So hopefully this arrives. I know it's on a boat right now. It'll be here, and this is going to go upstairs with that Justice League collection. Pretty cool. Pretty excited about this. That's it. See? Retirement. These videos are getting shorter, and they will continue to get shorter, which is kind of sad, but I'll find some other content to fill in the days. If you haven't noticed, we're doing a lot of fun content like that in between. Some of you like it, some of you don't. But either way, you could still win a statue by commenting. So throw a comment down below. What did you have that came in June that was awesome? Doesn't necessarily have to be a statue. Could just be any collectible. Could be a brand new car. Maybe you got something really cool like a prison sentence. Throw that down in the comments below. We're really close to the 30,000 sub giveaway. Should happen in the next month or two. We will be giving all of these statues away, plus additional ones at every 5,000 subscriber milestone. To win one of these statues, all you have to do is make sure you've liked this video, you've subscribed to the channel, you've hit that bell notification, and then just drop a comment below. Every 5,000 subscriber milestone, we are going to do a random drawing and pick a random comment and give one of these statues away, plus some additional ones I'm not showing right now. The more videos you comment on, the higher your chances are to win. Hey, once again, make sure you're... Hey, thank you guys. Make sure you're subbed. Over 60% of you aren't subbed. And if all of you who watched actually subbed, we'd be at the 30,000 giveaway right now. So if you're already subbed, hit that like button. It really helps me and I really appreciate it. Lots of fun stuff coming up this month. Don't miss it. I'll talk to you soon. Take care.